yung pag-provide ng livelihood opportunities, paglikha ng trabaho, paglikha ng pagkakakitaan ng ating mga kababayan through CES program, no? So, ang question ko, Mr. President, is kung ganito kaliit, ano po yung plano ng DOST upang mas madagdagan pa yung mga komunidad na maaabot ng mga trabahong malilikha ng CES sa mga susunod na taon kung ganito kaliit? And part of the question that I'd like to raise is because I have some friends from Region 6, nandiyan si Senator Loren, Region 10, nandiyan si Senator Migs. Tinatanong nila bakit parang wala halos pondo yung CES doon sa ilang regions na yun, Mr. President. And again, I am sharing my personal experience because this program is such a God-sent program. For example, let me share with you, Mr. President, dito po sa NCR, sa barangay ng ating Senate President sa Quezon City po, sila po yung first to use yung pong DOST develop Karaginan Plant Growth Promoter to improve yung productivity and crop quality, further promoting urban agriculture. Sila po yung unang nakagawa ito through the CES program. So, ang sa akin lang, Mr. President, itong mga ganitong programs na napakagaganda, kung hindi natin mapopondohan, hindi din natin ma-maximize yung ginagawa ng DOST bilang Department of Science and Technology, then parang sayang naman po, Mr. President.
Actually, to our dear colleague, we do agree with you na napaka-importante po ng CES program at nakakatulong po ito. Kaya actually, the department asked for 446 million budget for the year of 2026, but ang nabigay lang po sa kanila sa NEP ay 332 million.
Thank you, Mr. President. Hindi ka po ako nakakalungkot lang, Mr. President, kasi parang lalo na pag naririnig natin ngayon itong mga anomalya ng flood control, anomalya doon sa DOH na super ano nga yun, health centers, na ghost, etc. Tapos itong mga magagandang programs ng gobyerno hindi mapondohan. I will do my part, Mr. President, at the proper time. This representation would introduce some amendments to augment the program of DOST in helping our communities through science and technology, specifically, Mr. President, when it comes to job creation and the provision of livelihood opportunities.
So we do share your goal and objective, which is to use science and technology to provide livelihood and more job opportunities. In fact, the Secretary was pointing out that despite the not being given the budget that we requested for these programs, they are implementing programs that promote smart agriculture and livelihood. So the department, given its limited resources, is doing the best that they can. But of course, we are very grateful that the dear Senator will, in his own time, be able to help and augment the funds for such important programs.
Thank you, Mr. President, distinguished call. Mr. President, may I go now to Pag-asa, Mr. President? The good gentleman from Taguig and Pateros, our minority leader, made some asked some questions regarding this particular agency, Mr. President. Mr. President, as of July 2025, we were given some reports from DOST, Mr. President, that out of 165 automatic weather stations across the country, out of 165, 104 remain functional. So yung 32 po ay undergoing repairs, and 29 kailangan po na ma-replace. Please correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. President. Now, for automated rain gauges o ARGs, only 33 are currently operational. 38 are scheduled for replacement. And 15 require repairs. Of the coastal radars, 17 are operational, 6 need repairs, and 9 are no longer repairable. Again, please correct me if my figures are inaccurate. This came from the department itself. There are 15 new automatic weather stations and automated rain gauges that are required, and additional sites to fill current observational gaps and to aid in validating and cross-checking radar data. Now, yung Doppler weather radars in Basco, Batanes, Virac, Catanduanes, Hinatuan, Surigao del Sur, and Tampakan, South Cotabato have been deemed beyond repair, significantly impairing forecast accuracy in these regions. Mr. President, these figures, if validated and
Yes. Tama po. Tama
and
po.
as the good sponsor confirmed that these are actually accurate, we are in deep trouble, Mr. President. So my question is, what would be Pag-asa's timeline sa pag-upgrade po nitong radar system, several of which, as mentioned earlier, are already considered obsolete, Mr. President? By the way, Mr. President, before you answer, Mr. President, my distinguished colleague, yung challenges po ba in terms of itong equipment na mga pinag-uusapan po natin, solely due to funding lang po ba, or other factors po such as technology transfer, maintenance strategy, or shortage ng trained personnel, o ano po ba yung ano nito? And again, yung main question natin, how are we going to address these challenges, Mr. President?
Yes. Yes, actually, of the four that you mentioned that were deemed that you cannot use anymore, for the Doppler radar, 3 have been funded for 2026. Just to let you know, the timeline, however, is 2 years.
So 2 years tayo hindi accurate yung makukuha natin na report sa Pag-asa. Baka sabihin wala nang pag-asa sa Pag-asa.
Hindi naman po, meron naman pong redundancy. But
Okay.
2 of the ones that have been funded now, 2 years po sila. And then we do have some other equipment that satellites that are already satellites that can help in filling in the gaps of these Doppler machines.
Thank you. Mr. President, I think the majority leader would like to intervene. We'll give way to the majority leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I just want to put for the record, last year we added a budget for the Doppler radars.
Yes po.
Pero natanggal. Hindi na walang 1 billion.
What happened, Mr.
Wala ko
President?
yung award ko na champion of the DOST. Binawi nila. Kasi first and only time I defended the budget of a department and I was able to give them about 1 billion, and part of that was the Doppler radar system. Nawala pa. Mas malaki pa nawala, 1.1. So nabawasan pa sila by the former.
Where did it go, Mr. President? Maybe know where it went, Mr. President.
Probably went to flood control. Walang iya.
I share the sentiment of the majority leader because I was also there and I was a witness of his work to add funding for the Doppler, Mr. President. But again, Mr. President, no, 3 was funded, so isa na lang yung hindi. I hope, hindi ko alam kung na-identify na dito sa 4 na ito kung ano yung funded, ano yung hindi yung na-funded dito. Hindi nabigyan ng pondo. Ito po bang sa Batanes, sa Surigao, sa South Cotabato, o sa Catanduanes? By the way, Mr. President,
Ang unfunded na lang po is the Basco Batanes.
the one in Batanes.
Yes,
Okay.
po.
Yes, Mr. President, that's Doppler, no? May we also know yung mga automatic weather stations, yung pong ARGs, yung pong ilang radars. Ano po yung timeline at paano po natin ito susolusyonan? Lalagyan na lang ba ng band-aid?
So the ARG parts have been included in this budget and have been funded. So we will be able to buy the parts to replace in the ARG machine. So we hope that they will be they will be useful to us and up and running by this year.
Mr. President, we're talking about the 38 scheduled for replacement ARGs. Is that what we're talking
Yes,
about?
but the
Thank you.
38 ARGs.
Thank you. And then the AWS na may 32 pa po na undergoing repair. Ito ho, matatapos din po this year. And again, I think, no, Mr. President, ang pinaka bottom line nitong ginagawa ho natin is to assure the public na hindi po maapektuhan yung serbisyo na ibinibigay ng Pag-asa and that lahat ng nire-report pa rin ng Pag-asa at pinapabatid sa publiko ay maaasahan at accurate pa rin po, Mr. President. I think that's the most important question that we have to answer and to ensure that the public is safe, Mr. President.
Yes, bagamat marami pa pong kailangang i-repair ngayong taon, the Secretary is confident that we will be able to report accurately because there are a lot of redundancies in our equipment. So pag meron pong isang makina or isang system that is not running or needs to be repaired, yung data po nagagather ng ibang machines. We have satellites for that.
Yeah,
And X-band radars.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you for that assurance, distinguished colleague. Mr. President, one last thing that I'd like to raise, and I raised this particular issue in all government offices, yung pong issue ng unfilled positions, issues ng job orders and contract of service. Halos 1 million na po yung contract of service job orders sa gobyerno, and yet we are all very passionate in rebuking and rejecting yung ending endo workers, Mr. President. Pero unfortunately, ang gobyerno ang #1 violator. Mr. President, sa mga unfilled positions po ng buong DOST, hindi ko na po iisa-isahin, no? Siguro ang ipo-point out ko lang, every year pag tinitignan ko po yung buong departamento, ang lagi pong nakikita ko yung Pag-asa the past 3 years, no? 2023, 24, 25, ang average at least may 241 at least, no? Laging unfilled positions. This year, tinignan ko pa rin po, yung iba nag-improve na yung mga attached agencies ng DOST, pero itong Pag-asa may 227 unfilled positions pa rin. Lagi po itong highest sa DOST agency. Gusto ko lang malaman, Mr. President, ano yung plano ng departamento to intensify yung recruitment efforts natin or perhaps reassess the compensation system to address this particular issue, especially sa Pag-asa po, given its critical role in disaster preparedness.
Actually, to my dear colleague, 94 of the 227 open positions in Pag-asa was caused by retirement. So in Pag-asa,
By retirement.
yes, but we have a fairly older workforce in Pag-asa. So perhaps one of the efforts that we will be doing moving forward is to try to inject younger blood in this particular in this particular
Yung nakakaintindi na po ng AI.
Opo.
Para all-in po sila. Mr. President, siguro yung 227, pwede po bang malaman na yung bakanting posisyon ng 227 sa Pag-asa, ilan po dito yung technical, ilan po dito yung support to technical,